this is Sick Readings by Andre, where I do predictions of the future. If you'd like me to do predictions for you, let me know in the comments below. Just a reminder, our show times and all that wonderful stuff is on our website at secondreadingsbyandre.com. So we can go there and never be confused about a show coming up. Of course, on Saturday, we have the Rumble show, which is also listed. And that's where we get to talk about things that we can't talk about on YouTube. So make sure you join up for that for Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Central. Let's get started with the show today as we're waiting for more and more people to get on the live. Bitcoin seems to be going up a little bit here and there. Let's throw some cards down about Bitcoin and in this turbulent times and all that wonderful stuff that we seem to be going through at the moment. Not crypto related, but the rest of the world is kind of shaky out there. So this is the time to get into that Bitcoin. I keep mentioning this, and I keep going to be hammering it home. If you don't have any Bitcoin, it's a pretty good thing to get into right now. So let's throw some cards down and see what we're looking at. I do think there's going to be a little bit of a downward turn during, I believe it's the U.S. tax season. Okay. I think we're going to see a little bit of a downward around that period of time. So check your calendars or Google, if you're not in the United States, when their tax season is, because there always seems to be a correlation between the tax season, especially if it's been a good year on Bitcoin, okay, and the tax season, okay? So, because everybody needs to sell off their Bitcoin to pay off taxes and all that wonderful stuff in the U.S. and Canada as well. So let's have a look at how Bitcoin is going to be doing in the next little while. It seems that there's going to be a lot of things going on. It's going to be tremendous for the next little while. I think we're going to be getting to that 100,000, 200,000 in the next couple months, just after the happening. This time it's going to be a little bit different than normal. We've lived through a couple of happenings in the life with our Bitcoin, and it usually has a trend. Okay, so it seems to be 3 years of really good Bitcoin situation, and then usually one bad year, and that's a cycle. Okay, that we've seen over and over. But I do believe this time is going to be different, and the cards are showing that this time is going to be quite different than last times. We're going to have that big FOMO. Plus, we have the big players into the system right now. Not JP Morgan, BlackRock, Fidelity, all of them. They're buying up the Bitcoin as quickly as it's sold. If you've been watching the charts at all in the last little while, it'll come down a little bit and then goes right back up. And that just means that these big corporations are buying it up as quickly as they can, as it gets onto the system. This is why I'm cautioning everybody, not financial advice, of course. Get your Bitcoin now and sit on it. Okay? Don't give it to BlackRock. Don't give it to Fidelity. Okay? Don't do a knee-jerk reaction. You got to get it. You're going to sit on it. And it's going to be good. And I do think that we're going to have that $150,000, $200,000 U.S. price, which is 100,000 American is about 135 Canadian, if I'm correct on that. And everybody's going to be holding. We got the people, what they're going to be doing in the next little while, and they're going to be sitting on that cryptocurrency. Even the people that do the trades and the mining. Okay, they're going to be just sitting on their Bitcoin as much as they can, and they're going to be dictating price to the bigwigs. So mining outfits and there's several out there. They're not going to be letting a Bitcoin go, especially after the halving, for less than 100,000. Okay, so the price has to change for that. Okay, so now they're going to be dictating prices in the next little while. So hopefully you got your Bitcoin already and you're sitting on it. There's going to be a lot of new advertisements and all that sort of thing coming out in the next little while. Getting everybody into the ETF. So hopefully you're not getting into an ETF. You want to have that Bitcoin yourself. You're going to self-custody it on a wonderful product called the Trezor Cold Storage Wallet. And you're going to put it in a safe along with the seed words. Make sure you have them in order. A friend of ours had them out of order. So he can't get into his 4 Bitcoin that he has on a Trezor. Words for your word C. His wife was helping him out, and she mixed them all up. So you know how many combinations that is of words? So hopefully he succeeds in getting those 4. I think he said about 4.5 Bitcoin on one of the Trezors that he owns. We did put them in order, right?
Of course.
Of course. So get it on that Trezor. Self-custody. Don't leave it on an exchange. Don't get an ETF because it's not your crypto. Okay? And a lot of things are going to be happening huge in the next little while. Let's get into the next one. We got a Litecoin update. Somebody in my YouTube comments was asking about a Litecoin update for everybody. Ooh. Seems that everything. I like Litecoin. I got a few of them myself. But I think there's going to be heading down a cliff for the next little while. Because the interest in it is not there. There's not a lot of people talking about and all that sort of thing. And there's not a lot of motion with Litecoin at the moment. So I think in the next little while for Litecoin, I think it's going to be going down. So some good buying opportunities there for everybody. Yeah, remember, you need Litecoin mining to get the Dogecoin. So this may put a little bit of a damper on Dogecoin because that's the side little coin that you get when you mine Litecoin. And if you want Dogecoin, you can get a Litecoin miner. So I think there's going to be a little bit of a price change. We got the tower card right in the middle. Some thing that's going to be coming along and it's going to be crashing a little bit. Or a lot. So be ready if you're holding on to that Litecoin. Maybe good time to get some extra cash and buy some more because it's going to go back up. No worries. We're at that end of a tens. After that, it's after an end of a tens cycle. So it's just people are going to be selling up to Litecoin, putting into the Bitcoin and all that wonderful stuff. And it's going to be the end of a cycle for that. So Litecoin's still good. It's just going to have a little bit of a situation in the next little while. Now, Solana secrets exposed. Second perspective. Hopefully you're not into Solana because it's not decentralized and all that sort of thing. We're talking to one of our buddies, Kevin, who's relaying a story on how, the story about Solana, okay, that they've rebooted their system, okay, about 14 times already. How they do it? Our buddy Kevin knows one of the guys that is part of the team. So, and they get on the phone with one another. They turn it off. Conference call. Okay, turn it on. It's 4 guys. Just think of that if you're thinking of Solana. Okay? So, throw some cards down for Solana. Just because I know it's a big one. Everybody's excited about it and all that sort of thing, and they're making pretty good money with it. But I think it's going to have a very short lifespan, because I think the other things are going to be going wrong with it as we move further and more things happening on the Solana blockchain means it will be prone to breakdowns. So the 4 guys will have to get on the phone again and turn it off, turn it on again, rebooting everything. I do think that there's going to be a bit of a price drop in the next 2 to 3 weeks. In the next 2 to 3 months, I think that a lot of people are going to be turning away from Solana for the next little while because everybody's going to be excited about Bitcoin for the next little while. So prepare yourself. If you're into the Solana, it's going to be dropping quite a bit in the next little while. And the health, I think, is going to be a little bit shaky. It could go one way or another. So it's in an in-between state of being really healthy or not. Okay, so maybe it could picking up that it might be another time for a crash in their system. Okay, so be ready for that. What do we got next? Silver. Somebody just asked a question on our Discord channel about the little update on silver. No problem. At least for silver, you don't have to have a conference call. Turn it on, turn it off. But silver is going to be doing very, very well in the next little while. There's lots of rumors of it going up in quite a bit. There's going to be a lot of people not looking at all the good things happening. This is that card where he's looking at all the negative things that are happening around silver in the next little while and not looking at any of the positives. So there's going to be some type of downturn in the next little while or bad news or something like that. And people are going to be, propaganda. And people are going to be making decisions on that bad information, and they're going to be selling off their silver before it really ramps up. So if you're sitting on silver, keep sitting on because it's going to be going up quite a bit. And there's going to be a lot of information coming out of the woodwork, as it were, about all the nefarious things that certain people are doing to make the price fluctuate in a big way. So don't fall for it. Keep sitting on your silver. If, of course, not financial advice, if you can, get a little bit more and you're going to be just fine. Okay, what else we got? I think we're into the chat now. Got lots of new people here. That's awesome stuff. It's good to have everybody here. Hopefully we can get all through your questions today. Hi, Andre. Do you see my sister Natalie moving to North Carolina or another state in the next few years, 5 years or longer? Okay. Picking up a 3 years approximately. There's going to be an incident that she, health-wise, in this particular situation, she's going to have to move because of financial situations that she cannot overcome, and she's going to have to have people come to her aid in the next little while. Okay, so it may be you or somebody else that's close to her that's going to have to get in there and help her out, because she's going to be running into some trouble financially in the next little while. Okay. And it's that in of itself that's going to bring on the move. Okay, so she may be coming closer to you or another family member just because of that particular situation. So keep your eye out for that. And maybe if prior knowledge, you can kind of bump them in a good situation. Like this is not prophecy fulfilled. Okay, it doesn't have to go through that. With prior knowledge, we can change that situation for her. So make sure that she's gotten all of her financial situation under control. Okay, hopefully that helps you out. JP, hi Andre, what price do you see for Litecoin in 2025? Unfortunately, I don't see prices per se. We did mention it's going to be going down a little bit in the next little while. So it's a good time if you're so inclined to pick some up nice and cheap. And it's usually because of the Bitcoin rally. And then after that, everything smooths out. For the 2025, I do see it at $900 the other day. This is Canadian prices, something like that. But I do see about $800 or $900 American in the next little while. So in 2025, I think it's going to be going very, very strong because it is part of the new system that they're going to be putting into place in the next little while. So if you're sitting on Litecoin, keep sitting on it. There is going to be some use case for it in that period of time. Okay. If you've seen any of our old shows, there is a new system that's being put into place as we speak. Okay. And Litecoin is going to be very important to that. Okay. Hopefully that answers your question. I have 1,000 to spend now. What to buy for 2025 for full burn to earn the most? XRP, Matic, Cardano, Litecoin, or Reef? No Bitcoin on your list? I would suggest that. Cardano is going to be facing some big situation in the next 2 years. Reef. I would go with Matic if this is all that you like. Just get the Bitcoin, and when you get the profit from that, fill in your portfolio with some of these. Card and Matic, probably your best bet. Okay. Hopefully that helps you out. Recently, you said DGB maybe reach 25 cents by 2027 when swapping it for Reef, XRP, Litecoin, Matic, or Cardano be better option then. I don't remember saying 25 cents for DGB. I don't think it's going to go above 2-3 cents in the next little while, and by 2027. Swapping it into something a little bit better like Bitcoin or Litecoin, maybe be a direction that you may want to go into. But yeah, that would be a very good option for that period of time. Okay, hopefully that answers your question. Anne, hello, Anne. Hi, Andre. Will ADA be around in 2029? Is it a good investment? Will it ever reach $10 USD? Thank you. I've been watching a few programs. My early morning show that I watch is TMI, The Modern Investor. Very good show. No fluff, no explosions or anything, just the news. And he was talking about Cardano and ADA might not survive another 2 cycles. Okay, so that'd be 2025, 2026, where they're going to have some trouble. Is this the case in that period of time? I like Cardano. I got Cardano myself, but nobody's using it. Okay. Will it survive? That's the new question. I think they're going to be pulling rabbit out of the hat. Okay. It's going to happen very quickly. So when this does happen, because it's kind of in the works behind the scenes, and for some reason something's going to come from the universe to keep it alive in some way, but there's going to be a big downturn in Cardano for the next little while. It's not that it's a bad crypto, programming wise and all that sort of thing. It's nobody's using it. Okay, that's the other thing that everybody should look into is, are people using it? Okay, so it'll survive, but I'd rather put my money into something else. Okay, for the moment. Thank you for that question. I want to buy some Doge because the coming multiple will be very good. Okay, but March is generally a downtime for BTC and alts. So buy in March. Well, April, May, March, April. The Ides of March, I think they call it. I think a lot of cryptocurrencies are going to be going down in U.S. tax season, which I think is coming out very, very soon, if I'm not mistaken. I know Canadian tax season is just about upon us. I think the health of your idea is not the greatest. I think it's going to be a little after that, probably a little after April, May, June. I think June would be the better. Well, if you want profit, right now would be the best time to buy, and you ride it back up. There's going to be some big dips in the next little while for your Doge because everybody's excited about Bitcoin, and they're going to throw everything in the cat at Bitcoin. And then it'll smooth out after that period of time. Okay? So right now would probably be your best bet. Thank you for that. You said BTC 100,000, 200,000 this year. Does that mean the bull run for the alts will end soon after? Usually during the halvening, okay, traditionally, all the money gets sucked out of the altcoins and goes into the Bitcoin because everybody's excited about the Bitcoin going up, right? After the halvening. So around April, May, June, I think a lot of the altcoins are going to be going down significantly in that period of time. Okay? And then 2 to 3 years after that, it usually smooths out and all the altcoins start coming back up. Okay. And there's also the other situation where everybody can't get the Bitcoin in time, so they're going to invest in other things just to be part of the market as well. So the altcoin season will probably die during the halvening, which is April. I think it's April 8th or 9th. I can't remember. Okay. Hopefully that answers your question. One psychic who is quite accurate has stated her guide said no 100,000 BTC in 2024 or 25. Okay. Interesting. We arrive at the $100,000 mark because that's fair value. Okay, when the halvening happens, that will be the asking price, and I think her prediction is a little off. Okay, for the next little while.
It's okay.
Who is it?
Amazon.
Oh, Amazon order. They ran away already, so that's okay. They knock and they run. It's going to be a long journey. Okay, her prediction is okay, but it's not that accurate. Okay, hopefully that answers your question. Hi, Andre. How looks each bar price for the next 3 months? Any drops? Yep. Good buying opportunities in the next 3 months for many of the cryptocurrencies. This is a blanket statement. Right now would be the best time for Bitcoin. Everything else, it's going to be, as I've said previously, everybody's going to get rid of all their other, portion of their cryptocurrencies and putting it into the Bitcoin. So you get to see this big dip in the alts. Okay. Thank you. Oh. Hi, Andre. My question is, will Scotiabank survive the next financial collapse? Haven't seen too many of those around anymore. We have BMO, Bank of Montreal, everywhere, and CIBC. It's going to survive. It's going to be bought up by another organization, probably CIBC or I was going to say BTC, BMO, Bank of Montreal. And it's going to be part of the course for many banks around the planet, that a lot of the smaller ones are going to be bought up by the bigger ones. So it may be Scotiabank, BMO Limited or something. So it'll probably change the name on the front door and all that sort of thing. The bank building will still be there, but it'll probably be bought up by a bigger organization. Okay? Thank you for that question. What's the lifespan for Shiba Inu? What year would you cash it out? 2029. I think there's going to be some big things that are going to be happening with Shiba Inu in the next little while. And I just have a feeling that it's going to be bigger than what most people thought it was going to be. Okay? Thank you for that. Instead of doing a reading on a coin, can you do one me? I will become a millionaire in the bull run? Maybe. If you got Bitcoin, maybe some Ethereum. Another good one. If you don't, doesn't look like you're going to be heading into that millionaire cycle. Unfortunately, I think for whatever, you may not have quite enough to get there, or maybe not all the right assets that you've gotten into, or enough of each that you need. But it is there. It's going to be a little longer. Of course, you're going to be sitting up at night, worried and all that sort of thing, changing everything around. So it's just rearranging things, and I think you can get there. Okay? Hopefully that helps you out. Can you do a reading on Avalanche? I've heard rumors that it'll be going to $500 in 2025. I think that is going to be a thing going forward because it's a big part. It's one of the newer coins that is going to be part of the new financial system. BlackRock has been hinting at really integrating Avalanche into their financial system. Mm-hmm. So yes, I don't know about $500 in 2025, but it is going to be very, very important in the next little while. No, for 2025, but it is going to be getting it there. 2025, 2027 in that period. Okay? Hopefully that helps you out. If Cliff High is right and new US dollar causes no inflation in price of everything stagnates, won't stocks and crypto prices just sit still? No. I don't think he was alluding to that. There is going to be a new financial system coming in. Okay, not everybody's gotten into the crypto, but the new system is going to be based on Bitcoin. And it's going to be based on actual assets like Bitcoin. So prices are going to be coming down for everything. So Bitcoin will be like at 1940s prices. It'll be a lot of money. Okay. Because you have to remember all our prices are highly ballooned. Okay. When you go Christmas or a birthday or just getting your lunch for the day, prices are all over the road. Those prices will become normal, come back down and become normalized. That's why he's saying something like $1,000 Bitcoin, which will be a lot of money when your cup of coffee is 2 cents. Okay? Think of it that way. Okay? Thank you. There an eclipse on April and Mercury retrograde. Will there be a downturn in cryptos? No. The happening for Bitcoin is on the exact day of the eclipse. I think it's the 8th. And Mercury retrograde, I think, is going to be giving it some juice going up. So it's not going to be a negative for cryptocurrencies. It's going to be more of a positive energy for it. Okay? Thank you for that.
That was the last question.
That was the last question. Oh, thank you, everybody. Lots of new faces. It's good to see. We're going to be back here. Well, not here on YouTube. We're going to be on Rumble on Saturday morning. So make sure you go into the description down below and sign up for the Rumble show. That's where we're going to do all the things we can not say here on YouTube. So make sure you get your questions ready for that show. If you'd like a personal reading with me, make sure you go to psychicreadingsbyandre.com where all that information is there. If you'd like a personal healing with my Reiki master wife, that information is there as well. If you'd like to protect your cryptocurrencies in the best possible way, we have the Trezor cold storage wallet for sale on our website. So if you should happen to purchase one from there, know that we make a little bit of money from that purchase. Okay, until Saturday morning, make sure you like, subscribe. I'll see you in the future. Bye-bye.